Okay, I'm going to let people in now.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, lovely to see so many lovely faces. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with us. That's really generous of you. Oh, I've got a fireflies. Just letting people in. Just give me a minute. Trying to juggle so many balls here. So I hope you're having a great day so far and enjoying the sunshine. It's amazing to see so many. Fantastic. Who knew that this is going to be such a popular topic?
Oh, exciting.
I know it is, isn't it? So I'm going to be introducing you to, if you haven't met her already, our amazing Ilaria.
Hello.
Ilaria and I work really closely together on many things. She helps me out in my team, and she's got a fantastic business herself. But I'm going to let her do a better job of introducing herself. Today, she's going to be talking to us about Google Drive and Google Mail. And I've only got a little part to do today, and I'm hoping that I don't mess that up. So Ilaria's given me some responsibility. So what I'm going to do, Ilaria, if that's okay, is that I'm going to put it on you and hand over to you, if that's okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple of slides at the beginning, and then we're gonna go straight into the meat. Let me just. I don't know. I need to understand how to share just the screen with the slides. So share. Blah, blah, blah. It should be like this. Let me know with a wave or a thumbs up in the chat if you can see my slides that say Google Workspace training.
Not yet. It's loading, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna stop sharing and share again because sometimes it does that. I need to share again and then finally we'll show them. Let's see.
Yes, it's
Can you see
there.
the screen? Okay. Right. So then we can start.
Oh,
What's up?
I'm just going to mute everybody.
Yes.
Or if you could mute yourselves, just whilst Ilaria is talking, she's going to give you opportunity to ask questions and things.
Yeah, absolutely. So welcome to this Google training. My name is Ilaria. Thanks, Paula, for the lovely introduction. And so Paula asked me to come here in this group, and we opened it also to everybody because we know that a lot of virtual assistants start, and we kind of need to get used to use the Google Suite, even if you come from a corporate background and maybe you're using Outlook and Teams like I used to. I would definitely 100% recommend to start and learn how to use Gmail and Google Drive, because I will tell you after why. So I am currently, I call myself a ClickUp and automations expert, but I started as a VA, like a lot of you, in 2019. I come from a scientific background, so I didn't know anything about Google, about like a lot of tools. I just had to learn. I started as a general VA, then quickly niched down in tech, and then I started working with funnels, and then I decided to specialize in ClickUp. So I love finding ways to save time, and that's why this is a really like a topic I was really excited to create this masterclass, because I've never done it before, but it's something that I kind of like to find tricks and tips to save time. And in Gmail and Google Drive, I just realized after Paula asked me, and I know a lot of tricks and things that other people don't know. And as a VA, whether you use it for yourself or for your clients, is definitely a good thing to know about tips to save time or to get better organized or to get more efficient in general. So Google Workspace used to be called Google Suite. We're talking about, so everything I'm showing today, pretty much everything I'm showing today, to use this, in order to use this functionality, you don't have to have the Google Workspace. The Google Workspace is the paid version, which I would definitely recommend to have. If your business is growing, and I know that all of us have started with like a standard free Gmail account, which is free for everybody. You can go and create it, and you have your Google Drive with a limited amount of storage. But then you will see that quickly you will start working with more clients, or you'll need like a domain email, for example. And the Google Workspace, I'm not an affiliate, by the way. I just love everything Google. It's really worth the money. So it's around 10, 12 pounds per month to start with. And you get all of these apps, but all the upgraded functionalities. So you get Google Calendar, Drive, like extended storage, chat, Gmails, Google Meet. So this is my favorite like perk that you get with the full Google Workspace, because with Google Meet you can stop paying for Zoom. If you want to record on Zoom, you need to pay. You need to pay for other things. With Google Meet, everything is free. Now it's got Gemini that gives you the transcript of any call, all included. So that makes it worth it for me. Then you have Docs. Google Keep is like a hidden gem that not a lot of people know about, but I use it all the time, and I will show you in a second. It integrates very well with all the other Google apps, with the Calendar, Drive, and Gmail. Then we have Slides, Google Sheets, Forms. These are, I think, is the symbol of the admin console, and I think there's many more of these. So, and they keep growing, they keep adding new functionalities. But we all know that like the 2 or 3 main ones that we all use are Gmail, Google Drive, and Calendar. So we're going to see a few tips about these today. So today I want you, and I hope you will come out of this masterclass feeling more in control over how you organize your inbox and your digital files, so you don't get overwhelmed, you don't get messy, and you waste, after applying all my tips, you will waste less time searching for information, like finding information that is a bit old and you don't know exactly where you put it, because I will teach you a simple system to implement starting from today. So you will yourself in 10 years will be thankful to yourself of today who started implementing these efficient systems. And I want to give you loads of time-saving tips to improve efficiency, which is what we want. So I will start from Gmail. Now I will stop sharing my slides and I will go into my inbox. So now how do I do this? I'll stop share for a second and I'll share a different screen. That is the best way to do it. Yes. So if I share this screen, you should see. So yeah, like this. I hope. Tell me if you can't see my Gmail, but if you can see my Gmail, I will keep talking. So actually, I've got 2 different ones because, so this one is my actual Gmail, but this one is a new one that I started in 2021 and I never did anything with it. It's just, for sampling purposes, I don't know, for training purposes. So when you start a Gmail account, you will know this if you've just started a Gmail account, which is free, as I was saying. You will see this. So you'll see a primary inbox, promotion inbox, and social inbox. So the first thing I would tell you to do would be to go in the settings and change this, because you want to have everything in one place. You don't want to have to check 3 different tabs and maybe find an important client email that by mistake ended up in the promotion folder. So if you click on settings here and you scroll down, you will see that the inbox type that we have right now, it's called default. We don't want this one. I would recommend one of these others. I will tell you which one is my favorite, but I wanted to show you the options that you have. So if you put important first, this is Google guessing which ones are the emails, like the senders that you open more often, the ones that you never fail to open, and they will mark them. I'm just going to mark a few of them randomly with the important symbol here. But you can also set up a rule, so you tell Google exactly which emails are important, so which emails should go in the important first. Now you see that it doesn't do it automatically, so I'll refresh to see if hopefully we'll put those 3 emails that I marked as important. Yeah, there we go, is in the important bit. So this is one option that could work for you. So I'm not telling you which one is right and which one is wrong. I'll give you the options, and then you will have to, like I did in my times, I played with all these options, and I played until I was sure that it was a system that worked for me. So I like to do unread first. So in this case, they're all unread, but let's say that let me take this important off, but let's say I open this one, I open that one, and I open that one. So when an email becomes open, so if I have unread first, again, I'm going to refresh, and you should see all the unread emails at the top and what are read. And this is so useful. So for you to know exactly what you need to action. What I do usually, so if I read something, I'm like, okay, I don't have time to read it, to reply now, but I want to remind myself that I haven't replied. I will right click and I'll mark it as unread. Or you see, and it will go in the pile of the things that I need to action. This is one system you can use. Or something else you can do is do it. You don't have to right click. You can do it from here. So this one is marked as unread, or there's usually 3-4 ways to do the same thing in Gmail. Or if you select the email, then you can do it from here, mark as unread. Then another option of inbox type, again, we're clicking here and we got start first. Another option that is nice, is similar to the important first. So if you put a star on an email, it goes into start first. So you can say you don't want to know about the start ones first, so you can cover them like that. So you know they will action them at some point. So it's nice because, like, you can pretend that you got an inbox 0 like this, but then when you have got the time and space, you can decide, okay, now I can action all the start ones, and you can just see the start ones. Priority inbox, next one is, it will mark, so it will put here the important and unread ones, and then the start ones here. And yeah, so it may basically put together the start inbox and the important inbox. Again, if I refresh, it should show you how we separate them. So this is good as well. I always recommend to have 3-4 max, like separators, so like sections in your inbox. You don't want to get overwhelmed with like 20,000 different types. So you just want, and I will tell you how I organize myself then after. So you want to either delete an email or unsubscribe or give it to someone else or action straight away. That's all. You don't have to do other things. So like you don't, the key to getting organized is don't wait to be organized, but like take the action. So decide, do I need this information? No, delete it straight away. Just clear up as much as you can. The last one, which is a bit more complicated, but I think is the one that really, really helps you keep on top of the inbox. So it's the multiple inboxes. So when I click on this one, now you see it goes back to what it was. But then you'll see here the section says has star. So what does that mean? Let's click on customize. So it sent me in the full options in Gmail that you can also find by clicking settings and let me see, by clicking settings and see all settings. So first, for the multiple inboxes, we need to go and scroll in the general bit. We go down and basically we select here, and where you got all these stars and different symbols. We need to think about how we want to organize our inbox. So what we want to signal the system. So what we want to remind ourselves about these emails. So usually you will have example, things to come back to. So you can decide that your yellow star is things to come back to. The red, so if you hover over, it will tell you the string, how this symbol is called. It's called red bang. So the red bang, which is a red square with an exclamation mark, I use it for things that I need to remember about, or like action straight away. So in use, you can see here, it will tell you which symbols you want to be used in your inbox. And then I'll show you later how to add these to an email. And then say I want things that I'm waiting for. They can be the question mark in the purple square. So it's called purple question. I'll put them out. So I want these 3 symbols. I want to be able to play with these 3 symbols in my inbox. So what you'll have to do, you'll have to save changes. And now, first thing that I'm going to show you, you can see, say I want to mark as waiting for information, this one. So if you click once, I'll get the yellow star. Click twice, I'll get the other one. And click 3 times. Oh, sorry, I need to be a bit faster. It will have that question mark purple that I decided to mark as for the questions. It's not finished like this. So now it will just, so it's useful already to have, say, I want this one to be yellow star, and I want these ones to be that I need to action them, or I need a question. So it's already good organization to have some sort of marking here on the left. But if you want to go to the next level and you want to move these emails in a different category, depending on the star or symbol that you give them, then we need to go back to the settings and then inbox. Here we show you which inbox type we are working on, and as you can see, it's the multiple inboxes is the last one that I showed you here, and then I can give you instructions. So I want all emails that are marked with a yellow star to go into a first section. So I need to use the code that the symbol was called with. So yellow star, I want to call them, now I'm doing randomly, right? To action. I can call them to action. Then I want, what was the other one? The red bang. Has red bang. So when an email has the red bang, I want them to be put in the put them in the section. Pay attention to this one. Maybe there's something to reply or something to do for me. And then I can do, the other one was purple question. So when it has purple question, then I want to call and wait. So these are emails that I cannot do anything about. I'm waiting for the client's answer, but I don't want them to be deleted or anything else. So I want to see them. So after you save the changes, now there we go. So it's gone back to my inbox. You see that not only it's marked them here, but it's also divided them in multiple inboxes. So then you can decide whether you want to maybe, so the thing that I don't really like about this sorting is that you kind of have a duplicate of all emails. So all the emails will be in the inbox plus where you put them here. So you don't have 20 emails, you only have 10 here. It's just that they are put in different sections apart from the inbox. So you'll always have, so if you don't put any, say I remove these symbols, they go out, they go away from here, and then if I refresh, these two emails will just go back in the inbox. They're already there, but they're not going to be in the waiting bit anymore. So I think this is useful for if you get to a point where you got a lot of emails and you didn't have time to sort them and you would just want to organize them a little bit before deciding to delete the majority of them and action the ones that you need to action. Okay, you'll get the recording. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I want to cover a lot. But if something is not clear, either you ask me at the end, or we can, you can rewatch the recording. Or always feel free to, message me privately or in Asking Paula's group. Now, next, labels. So for this one, I will show you how I actually organize my inbox, which is this one. So labels are another thing that are awesome for getting organized in Gmail. So they're basically like groups, like you can group emails and then also move them away from your inbox for a later date. So this is, for me, is essential for clients. So I have a 00.clients folder, 10.1 business personal, and then Z all clients. You'll notice that I put numbers because the thing that I don't really like about Google stuff is that there's no option to organize things not by alphabetical order. So you need to find workarounds. My workaround is that I always want the client folder label to be at the top. So I started with 00. Then I want the business one underneath and then personal. And then when I have all clients, I don't want them to come at the top. I want them to go at the bottom. So I call this Z all clients. So when I open the client folder, I have all my clients here. So it's super easy for me to say, go here, I got Candy's email. I think I've actioned this one. When I action it, I can take it and drag it here for Candy's. Let me undo because I don't remember if I actually actioned it. I need to check. So you can drag it in the right place, or you can set up a rule by which every time Candy sends an email, the label is already attached. So I don't have to remember to put it in the right place. I like to have a little bit of control because sometimes I don't really need to keep the email. So if it's just an exchange of conversation, it doesn't really, so, to arrange a meeting, or I don't need the information, I like to delete stuff. I only like to keep the stuff that is really important, and if I miss it is a problem. But usually I tend to transfer the important information somewhere else. I use ClickUp for everything. So my point is, try not to keep anything that is important in Gmail, in your emails, because it inevitably it will get lost. But just in case, also save all emails that you think are important and are related to a client in your labels. So in order to create labels, we need to go here and click on the plus, give it a name. So let's say client viewing. Just let us forget about this for a second. We create it, and we create here with the black label. That's not really nice. So if you click on the three dots, you can, where is it? Add the color. So I'll make it green. Then you can create sub-labels. So say the client Jane you got loads of projects with her, for her, or you got team, so you want to have a team label, but then all the team members underneath. You can create sub-labels. So say I want to create project Zoom, I don't know, I can't think of a name, for Jane, but I want to nest it under Jane's label. So it's not a main label one, is a sub-label. So I can go and look for it for Jane, which is here. And then I create the label, and you can see there is already underneath. So I can hide it if I want, and I can only see client Jane. But then if I open it, I can see the project Zoom and all the others. Let me just check my notes to see if I'm doing everything. Yeah. So you can automate this organization. You don't have to. I like to do it manually because as I said, I'm a bit of a control freak. I like to have the control. I don't like things to go automatically here because sometimes I might forget. So I like to have everything I need to action. For me, my signal that I need to action it is that it's in unread form. So I know that this is stuff that I haven't looked at yet. But if you wanted to set up something like this, let's go back to Candice. So I will select the email from my client, Candice, and then I will click on, no, sorry, it's the wrong one. Then I will click, so on the three dots, filter messages like this, and we'll open this one. No, sorry, here, it's because the email was sent by me. Let's find another one. So Eleni, hopefully this email was from her. So you can either, or you open it and then again, click on the three dots, filter messages like this. Yeah. So now we'll say from and who it's from. So in this case, let's pretend this is a client, is in reality my good friend and VA, Eleni, who's doing a custom chat GPT for me, by the way. She's very good at that. Then you click on create filter. And then you have all this range of options. Let's say we wanted to, so I never want to miss an email from Eleni. So I want to start it as soon as it arrives. I want to apply the label to anything. So I can choose one of the labels. Let's go client Jane. Let's pretend this is client Jane and Project Zoom. I can also say never send it to spam. This is an important one, and I can apply. So you can do everything you want just to make sure that it goes exactly where you want. It is also telling you, I found another 2 matching conversations. So another 2 emails, actually in total 2 emails that were sent by Eleni. Do you want me to apply all these rules to these emails as well? And I'll say, yes, please do that. So we'll create a filter. After I click filter, every time that Eleni will send me an email, it will follow these rules. So it will start it will apply the label, it will never send it to spam, it will make it important. So I'm not going to click on filter now. A really good thing that you can use this filtering for is to, I know this has happened to you, when I would always say unsubscribe from as many newsletters as you want, but there might be some times where, for example, if a client is a friend, you're not really reading their emails, but you don't want them to clutter your inbox. Then you can do this. You can put a rule in place. Let's say Jassy, who just wrote an email for me. I don't want to offend her by unsubscribe, but I want to send her email somewhere else that I don't see. So I can do this. Again, click on the selection, 3 dots, filter messages like this, And then, by the way, I'm just doing filter by who's from, but you can filter by a lot of other things. So if they've got some words in the subject, send them somewhere. If it doesn't have something in the subject, if he's got an attachment, they can go somewhere else, anything that you can think of. But in this case, I want for all emails from my friend Jessie to go somewhere else. So I don't want to unsubscribe, I want to delete them. So I could do mark as read, deleted, skip the inbox. If you delete it, it skips the inbox automatically. So either I skip the inbox and archive them, or I just want to delete, I want to see them. What else? Yeah, and also I have in my inbox 10 emails from Jessie. I want to just clean up a bit. So it's going to take all the 10 emails from Jessie and put them in the bin. Poor Jessie, we're not doing that. But, you know, I'm sure that you've thought about doing something like this before, because I have. Okay. So regardless of what system you want to use, which type of inbox you want to use, I would say in any system, in any email system, what you need to think about so the best way to organize an email inbox for you or for your clients would be unsubscribe. Rule number one, unsubscribe from anything that you don't need, that you don't read, that is cluttered, that is like coming every day and you're not reading them. Because it's just, it's just a click to delete, but it's also just a couple of clicks to unsubscribe, and then you remove all those clicks to delete. So like a click might sound like a quick thing to do, but when it becomes like 15, 20 times a week for all the newsletters, it just adds up, and it's like, you don't even, you don't need the clutter, just unsubscribe. If it's something, for example, I have Google Calendar sends me a recap of what's in my calendar every day. You can set it up in Google Calendar settings. Sometimes I know what I've got, and I don't want it. I want to receive it still, but not every day I want to open it. So in that case, second option, delete. So I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna delete. I don't want to read new status today, but I want to be in Jesse's one. Select everything. This is like an old code. I don't need them. Delete. Okay, so we cleaned up a little bit already. Then archive if you think that you'll need them. So if you're not sure, if you're deleting maybe it's too harsh, but you might want to revisit this email in the future, you can archive them instead. So by clicking here, either here, where is it? This one, archive, or if you hover over here, you can archive them. So they don't disappear. You can still search for them here. But they disappear from your site. So they are in the system, but they're not visible anywhere unless you search for them. Then next, delegate. So for example, here I've got a chat with my associate. I could say, okay, I don't have time to reply to Sharon. I will forward it to my VA for her to reply. And then after I've done that, then I can delete it. So make sure that someone else is taking care of it, and then you can action as somebody's taking care of it. I delegate, I release control, and then I can delete this message. And then the last thing will have to be respond, if you need to respond. So if it's something that takes 2 minutes, so here I've already answered to Candice, actually. I could reply, I could delete this one. Just reply, just say thank you, just acknowledge that you received an email. Thank you, yes, I'll do that. And then either put it on your notes, put it in your calendar, whatever, or delete. But if it takes 2 minutes, just reply and then delete. If you're like me, you want to see what's still going on. I know that this one, I need to read what this is about. This is just that they are renewing my confirmation, or do I have to do anything? So I'll leave it there. And after I'll open it, I'll say, are they just saying, oh, you see my address. They, just tell me that they're renewing my ICO, which is fine. So now that I know, I'm like, okay, fine. I don't need to do anything. So I'll delete it. Okay. And then if it's something that you need to take action on, move it away from the Gmail. So copy the text, save it in the inbox in the labels for the client, put in your ClickUp, Asana, put in your notes, calendars, wherever you are managing your projects. You cannot manage projects from Gmail. It's not the best way to do things. You need to move them somewhere else. Talking about this, I'm not using this much, but you got the possibility to organize yourself here from the right. So I don't know if you've ever noticed, you have some icons here that are already integrated, which allow you, so if you just click here, you can see your calendar. So I can see my calendar, that I got these masterclass that we are in right now here. And let's say I know that Candice tells me that I need to do something. I can put a reminder here directly and say, remember to do X. Okay, so I have it there. So then I can delete this email, you see? And the reminder's gone here. You've got Google Notes, which I created as a mockup to show you how good Google Notes is. It's here, but it's also as a standalone, Google Keep, it's called. Here also as a standalone app here. So as a link, I use it all the time because I shouldn't say this, but ClickUp, which is my favorite, is a little bit slow on phone. And I like to, I have an idea. I need something that opens up straight away. And I have an Android, so I don't have an iPhone with the notes. So I use Google Notes. You open, you write something. You can do like check boxes like this. So you can check what you've done and it comes here. You can change the color so they look like little cute Post-its. So that's another way. So if you wanted to take a note of what you need to do instead of going on the calendar, this is something that you can do. Something cool that it does. So if I open an email, and then I'm just in the email, and I click on take a note, it will put the link to this email here. So then when I write whatever I need to do, and I save it, where is it? Yeah, it doesn't show it now, but if I open the note, the link to this email will be there. So you connect the two things. You don't have a note and then you're like, oh, but which email does it refer to? So you have them linked. And if I go to my, desktop sort of link, it's there. So then you can go on your phone and in the Google Keep app, you can see your note. So, everything is interconnected. So you're never going to lose information if you decide a system for yourself that works. Don't start saving the same information in 3 different places because that makes it worse instead of making it better. You give a title to emails. You can add these check boxes. You can change the color. Not here, actually. In the Google Keep here, you can add the color, labels. So you can add the client labels again. So when you filter by label, same thing as a Gmail. If you click on the client label, it shows you just the client labels. You can add reminders in notes. You can add collaborators. I do this with my husband when I have, a list of Christmas presents. We share a Google Keep note. You can archive, adding images, and add a little bit of color. It is. Yeah, so really recommend to use it for quick notes. Then I wanted to show you, there's loads of other things that you can connect here. Slack, Zoom, Asana, ClickUp, I've got it connected in another way here. So just make sure that you're not using systems just on their own, but like they're connected with everything else you use. Then the last couple of tips before we move to Google Drive, I wanted to show you when we, so you can add signature in Google Mail. In the settings, you go down in the general bit and you can add a signature here. Mine is made in Canva and with some links to my offers. And then you can decide whether you want these to appear just for new emails or also when you reply. I wanted both, so I've selected both. Then you can set up an out of office autoresponder, which is, I use it just when I'm off, but I see a lot of people use it all the time. So when anyone sends you an email, you could reply back saying, these are my working hours. I'll gotta respond in 24 hours. Otherwise, contact my VA, anything. Or like if you wanted to inquire for a retainer, these are my links, all the stuff. I've seen people doing it, and it's an option. And you can write the blurb here and then switch it on. Why is it on? Should be on. So you can put it on here. No, but then you can add dates. Yeah, make sure that it makes sense. Not like a one with like Christmas out of office in May. So I'm going to switch it off before it goes out. And then always remember to save changes. If you have multiple accounts, say you have a Gmail personal account and you want to send emails from one inbox, let's say from your business inbox, you want to also receive emails from your personal Gmail, and you want them forwarded to your inbox, you can do that from your personal Gmail. You go in the settings and you can, it's very simple, it's like forwarding somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, forwarding. So you can forward, see if I wanted my business account, all business account emails also to go somewhere else, I can do it here. If I want to, in this account, it says receive emails from another account, they will come here. And then I want to be able to send emails as different people. So it could be, this one is the email associated with this inbox. But say I also have my sambilaria@gmail.com, I could add it here. So I can, from here, from one place, decide whether I want to reply as ilariasambi.com or as gmail.com, depending on what I receive. And I can also check emails from other accounts. This could be always check with your clients if you can do that. There's one client that I've had for a year and a half, and they're an agency, and I've got their business email. I forward that business email and the business calendar invite to my stuff, to my inbox, because otherwise I don't check it all the time, and I might lose information if I don't check that inbox all the time. So I ask the system to forward those emails to my inbox, so I receive them here. Yeah. Last thing, this one, you might have noticed that I've got this thing called Pause Inbox. So this is a Google Chrome extension. It's called Boomerang for Gmail. So I got it open here. So if you go in the Chrome web store and you search for Boomerang for Gmail, some functions have actually been integrated already in Gmail, because you didn't used to, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you were unable to schedule emails, but now you are directly in Gmail. This used to be a Boomerang function. So when you write an email, maybe like if you are like me, you work at night, but then you don't want to send an email at 11 at night because then clients might expect you to do it all the time. But I do want to write the email at 11 at night, but then I want to send it the day after. So instead of sending it straight away, I think I need to add recipient. I'll add Paula. So if I want to send an email to Paula, if I want to send it tomorrow, then instead of send, I'll click on this arrow and I'll click on schedule send. And then I can choose a suggested time and date, or select another date and time, and then schedule send. They will end up in your outbox, which I cannot see. But anyway, maybe because there's nothing there. No, yeah, the outbox. With Boomerang, if you install Boomerang, you have also this and a lot of other functions. To be honest, I don't use, but this one is good because if I decide now that I need to focus, I don't want to see emails coming in, I can post my inbox, click on here, and then there's a couple of settings that I can set. So I don't want an auto reply message. I don't want anything. I just want to pause it now. If I click here, it's going to pause it, and it says my email is paused. Basically, it's telling me, reminding me that even if somebody sends me an email, it's not going to land in my inbox because I don't want to know. I don't want to see. And now when I'm ready, when I've finished my deep dive, focus time, I can go back here and unpause it. So then the emails will start coming in again. That's all for Gmail. I know it was a lot, but I'll go even more. I mean, let me just stop sharing a second. I'm going to share. I'm going to welcome your questions. I know I'm conscious about time. I don't have a lot about Google Drive, but I would like to cover it. So let's see. There's them. Yeah, we'll do it. No, share the wrong screen. Yeah, so we talk about Google Drive. I will share the right screen now. Sorry. Okay. So Yeah. So my drive, I'll show you my own drive because I think it's easier. There's nothing like that I can't share anyway. So I like to organize, try to keep everything that you've got organized the same way. So if I have a client label in Gmail, then I must have a client folder in Google Drive, and so on. So, but because in Google Drive, I have something that I don't need in Gmail. So like some categories might be different, but like try to at least have similar sort of organization. Again, in Google Drive, you will see that the folders are organized alphabetically. So you'll have to use some workaround to have folders created in the order you want. So I want my operations to be first and then and then I want the personal to be at the end and then the archive. So I've used these numbers to put them in order. As you can see, so these are my main folders. You can click on one, select, and then either right click or you can see on the bar here. You can do loads of things with the folder. You can organize it, you can share it, so you can give it color, which if you're like me and you like visual stuff, it's good to, I just colors make me happy. It's nicer to look at an inbox with all those colors. But let's say you want to have just in red the folders that you use all the time, you can do this and organize your colors in this way. You can star folders, so then they will always go on the top in the starred ones, where here you got the starred thing. I don't have any, so if you click here, actually I do have some. There are some clients ones. Recent, it will show you where you've been working on. The important thing is the naming conventions for me in Google Drive, because as you can see, I'm not perfect. I mean, if you scroll down, I got all sorts here, so it's a bit of a dump. The point is that I know exactly what each one of these is. I don't have any untitled sort of copy of. So the most important thing for me is naming files and folders accordingly and in the right way. So in 10 years, if I'm looking for the presentation that I've done today for Paula, there's Google Drive and Gmail or Google Workspace, I can exactly find it by searching in the bar. This is how it works for me. And also it helps to have a little bit of organization in the folders. I've never talked so much as today. So I've got some notes for this one. So think about how your business is organized. Not all businesses are the same. Like VA, Tech VAs, OBMs, we more or less have the same organization, but you might not have your own courses and offers. So you might not need my offer. You might not need, you might want a different organization for operations, marketing. You want to put them together. So think about how you'd like to organize your business. And then the organization could be with a few, I would say not more than like 6, 7 main big folders and then subfolders. So if I go in my clients folder, I have all the name of the clients here. Again, it's in alphabetical order, which is annoying, but I know exactly which folder is for each client and I can find it easily. The naming convention, so I can show you, for example, that when even if say I create something, so I was saying before, I got Georgia stuff here. Georgia's my client, so I put it here. It's not in Georgia's client folder because I created it quickly and then I just dropped it there. The point is when I write Georgia, all of her stuff is coming out, so I can find it here. So from one side or the other, I know I can find that because I gave it the right name. So I would recommend any folder or file that you create to always name it. If it's a client, with the name of the client, always, even if it's like something, even if you're in a rush, always put the name of the client, because then even if you forget to write exactly what it is, then you'll find it because it will have the name of the client. Or always decide to always write what it is that you're creating. So is it a tracker? Is it a marketing plan? Is it a content plan? So what is it? So first question, is it a client? Name of the client. What is it? Write what it is. So I have, I don't know, terms and conditions, case studies, sheet, contract. So all this stuff, Stripe, whatever it is about, what it's about. So is it a project? Is it a specific year? So I have for Georgia, for this client that I was talking about, I have finance spreadsheets 2023, 24, 25. So if I just called it Georgia spreadsheet, I will have 3 with the same name. And then every time I will have to open to see which one it is. So obviously it makes sense in that case to put the date as well when something is repeated year by year. In another case, if I write my finance spreadsheet 2025, I don't need to write, it's not a client, so I don't need to write the client name. But you see what I mean? So ideally, you'll have to have these 3 things all the time. But if it doesn't make sense, if you don't need to add 2025 all the time, because you know that this client is a project, it's just going to happen in 2025, then you don't need to put a year. But then put the client and what it is. Something else could be client. So, you have a folder where you know that you always put the client plan for the month. Then you don't need to write client plan of the month. So as long as you know for sure that that's always going to be in that folder. If you're worried about not having time to always put it in that folder, then do give the name of the client, what it is, and the date in the name of it. So in 10 years, you will be able to find it exactly without scrambling in files. It's all about being disciplined and finding a way that works for you, and trying not to rush, and trying always to think whenever you save something that you want your future self to be grateful for you to spending those 3 seconds more to name in a file the right way. Okay, in Drive, the way I use it most is to share with my clients. So my clients share with me stuff. So you will know that if you click on shared with me, you will see all the files that people have shared with you. It's a mess. You cannot organize it because it depends on when the clients have shared it. You can order them by last modified, but it still is a mess. So what you can do is, oh no, made a mistake. Share dates. Anyway, no, sorted. Okay, then. Right. If I had, so I know, for example, I have my client, this one is my client stuff. I don't want to have to search for it every time. So what you can do is you can right click and organize, click on organize and add the shortcut. So if you add a shortcut, and you can call it so this shortcut is just going to appear on your Drive. The client is not going to see it, but say I wanted to have a way to have it in my stuff, in my Google, without having to tell the client, or without having to look for it in the shared with me stuff. I can save it here in my Drive, and then so if I click on all location, I'll say my Drive. I just want to save it randomly there just to show you. And now if I go on my Drive, I should see a folder here called CEO Playbook. And I know that it's a shortcut. In Drive, if you want to share any folder or any file with anyone, you will go to, say, I'll do this one, Associate Tech VA. So you see, you got some little men, see, some little people, which means that I shared it with someone. To see who I shared it with, I can click on right click, share again, and I'll see, actually strange, I did share it with somebody, but they're not coming up here. So usually you'll have people with access here, because, so say I want to add my VA. So I want to share with her. I can find her email, but I don't want her to be notified. And then I can decide whether I want her to be able to edit, or I just want her to be able to view the file without her modifying anything. And when I'm ready, I can click on share, and then she will appear in the list of people with access. Or an alternative way is, so usually with so this one, there's no men here, so it tells me there is not being shared with anyone. So in this case, I can click on share, then share again, and you'll see that this copy of this file is restricted. So if I copy this link and I share it with someone, they won't be able to open it. You need to change this always. So we change it to, so if I do Ilaria's Workspace, it's just my team members. If I do anyone with a link, and I copy this, they will be able to open it, but just view this thing. They won't be able to make any change. If I want them to be able to edit it, then I'll have to say with my team member, and then I click on editor. Then again, I copied this link, I share it with them, and they'll be able to edit. Do you see that it's changed here and the little men have come out? I changed mine though. I don't want them to be able to see it anymore. So I'll go back here and I click on restricted and then click on done. And this should be, should go away. This, you're gonna like this one. So let me make something as mine. I can find it. Yeah, so this one. So my buy. No. So if I wanted to share a document with somebody, but I didn't want them to either view my copy or edit my copy, I wanted them to make their own copy of a file. This works with Sheets, Docs, and any file. So again, we go back to the share. So I go share again, and make sure is anyone with a link. This is already anyone with a link. But I want people after they made a copy to edit it. And then I copy the link, follow me. This is not the link to share with people. If we share this link directly with people, they will be able to edit your copy. So what you need to do is to open it in a tab. You see this long string. You need to go and find the edit bit. So if I change this, instead of edit, I delete it and I write copy, and then I send it, they will see this, you see? So then they will be forced to press make copy. And then when they make a copy, they will have their own copy. So it's called copy of Ilaria bio. And then they will be able to, so if they modify this in any way, it doesn't bother me because they're not changing anything in my drive. But if you, so make sure that you make it editable before, because if you do here, where are we? If you here do viewer and then you do the copy trick, they're still not going to be able to edit their own copy. They're going to have a copy in the drive and they cannot edit it. I think I'll take a break because I've talked a lot. I had other tips, but I want to hear if you have questions, because I'm also conscious about the time. Let me stop sharing. So feel free to unmute yourself or ask in the chat if you had questions, if you had things that you've used already that you didn't know. Did you learn anything new that you didn't know today? What about clients sharing files with you on Google Drive? So when they share files with you, so do you mean how they can share with you or where you're going to see them? How can I transfer folder documents? Where you're going to see? Okay, so I'll share my screen again. You are going to see them here. So you got your drive with your stuff and then shared with me. You will see your clients' stuff here. So this is all stuff that people have shared with me. So this is a client and she shared with me here. And so I know that if I go to shared with me, I can see here, or I can create a shortcut as I showed you before. So right click, organize, add shortcut, and then you add a shortcut to your drive so you don't need to leave your drive basically to find your client thing. Sorry if you're seeing the screen. Let me just take the chat out. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I've lost you guys. I've lost the chat. Okay. Sorry, I need to share the screen. How can I transfer folder documents from one Google Drive to another? That is a pain because there isn't. So I went through this with a client. I think the quickest way was so for you as a VA, you download everything on your computer and then you move it on the other drive, which is ridiculous. But currently is the quickest way because if I remember correctly, you cannot. So if you share all the, say, you want to share loads of folders with your clients, I just think, yeah, I remember like Googling recently, there just isn't a quick way, if I remember correctly. I don't know if anyone's tried before or wants to chip in. It's a bit of a nightmare, yeah, which I don't know why. Also, like the fact that you cannot copy folders in Google Drive annoys me a lot. You need to, so you cannot do, you can copy files, but you cannot copy a folder with all its content, which is like, it doesn't make sense. Changing the edit to copy is good to know. Yeah, it's a good trick now. Is Google Drive compatible with Microsoft and or Apple? They are not. No, they're different things. They're completely different things. So I see a lot of people moving to Gmail and Google Drive because you want compatibility with other people. You can still use, I mean, you can have people sharing with you OneDrive links, but they're not going to end up in your Google Drive. They're completely separate things. So you need to, keep track of those links and access in a different way. I've struggled with saving the same documents across multiple file locations without it being a copy of. I don't want copies. I would like to have the main document available in different locations. Okay. The same file available in different locations. I don't think it's possible. Just my mind has gone blank. Yeah, no, it's unless you, no, it's not possible to do that. You'll have to duplicate the file, I believe. Could you drag and drop? Yes, in Google Drive you can drag and drop. I'm trying to do that for a client now. They have rebranded and have hundreds of files to move to a new domain. I'm really stuck with it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not great. There's something about like you can share ownership, but I think it was a question of with files is easy, but like, obviously you cannot do it one file by one. Share ownership with somebody, and then they have to remove you, so it becomes theirs. But you just cannot do it. You cannot do it in bulk. That is a frustrating thing. The meeting schedule is about to end. Thank you. Great session today. You're welcome. Customization and user. You can move the icons around in the waffle. So put the ones you use mostly at the top. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. You can increase the seconds in the undo send. Oh yeah. So if you send or deleted something by accident, you have more time to react. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, up to 30 seconds. You can change it in the settings. Very useful tip for Google Drive. Thanks for showing us your trick. You are welcome. Could use shortcuts in multiple locations. Yeah, that is a workaround. Yeah. Paula, was there anything that I've got more. I mean, I could go on for another half an hour, but maybe we can do it another time with Google Calendar that I didn't manage to copy or to cover, or I could send like a mini video to show the couple of tips that I wanted to share today and didn't have time for.
It's fantastic, Ilaria. Thank you. I know there is so much to share, isn't there? And I've definitely got a few tips myself, so thank you for that. I think lots of people have got plenty to be going on with, and maybe we need a phase 2 or something.
Yeah.
Because I think there are some good things now that Google Calendar allows you to do scheduling and things. That's really
that's one of the things. And then Gemini, so like the AI is all is everywhere, and you can use. I still haven't explored it properly, but so much you can do. You can like summarize emails, go and check in a thread where what decision was taken. Just amazing.
Yeah, or even summarize your inbox. That's helpful as well. The other thing I really like is the Zoom add-on. So I can make because I'm a Zoom fan rather than the Google Meet. So I can just make all my meetings Zoom, automatically put a Zoom link in. So that's another thing that I find really helpful.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we need a part 2.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I can do Google Meet, Calendar, and the others. I use Google Meet because I've got a Google Workspace, and when you create a Google Calendar event, it already puts the Google Meet link inside, like you have for Zoom. And then I discovered recently, if you're recording the call, it goes in the event. So everybody who's in the call doesn't have to, I'll share with you the link. No, it's there already. It's awesome. And it goes in a folder in your Google Drive, the recording, so you don't have to do anything. So yeah, just some loads of like small time saving things that you can do that just really save a lot of time.
I have
at the end of the
been
day.
about going back to Google Meet, but I don't think the picture quality is as good, which is what I need.
No, I know, and it's a bit glitchy. Like, I mean, I'll never do an important meeting in Google, unfortunately, because it glitches. I wanted to share. Yeah, I just wanted to share, if you allow me, Paula. I've got a Facebook group where I share loads of tips like this. So I would love for you all to join us. It's free, and I share Google tips, ClickUp tips, organization funnels, and there's
you talk about.
You can promote, you can share your freebies, you can collaborate with each other, right? Really nice place, and I'm looking for growing it more. And it's just not just about tech. So it's also about like growing a business and creating a nice community. So thank you so much for listening. I'm glad that can we take a photo, please?
Oh yeah, you need to do the you need to go back to gallery.
Yeah.
Share him.
There we go.
Can you go back to gallery? Do I need to do it?
Well, I'm doing it from my side. Do I have to do anything? I've got speaker view.
There we go.
Multi-speaker view. Yeah, so with the gallery, I can see everybody. I'll take a couple. Smile, everybody. You're beautiful. Thank you so much. Appreciate you spending your lunchtime with me today.
No, thank you, Ilaria. Really, really helpful. Thank you. I'm having real tech problems today. I need to have a chat.
No.
I've got a real lag. No, thank you so much, Ilaria. Really, really helpful. Thank you. And for those of you that are interested in a second session, now that you're on our email list, you'll hear about it in our newsletter, and you'll see the invites as well. So of course, you're very welcome to join us. We do a free session once a month in our big Facebook group. You'll hear about it, and we're allowed to share the information. We share it in other Facebook groups too. Next month, we've got a mindset coach coming to talk to us, and I am a big fan of mindset. I think understanding our mindset is a huge part of what helps us be successful in our business. So please keep an eye out for that one and join us for that one. And we will definitely be having Ilaria back. We're also talking, Ilaria and I are setting up a paid MailerLite session. So it's going to be an in-depth workshop on MailerLite, but this one will be paid. So also, when have we decided that, Ilaria? Was it June?
24th of June, yeah.
Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled for that one coming out as well, if that's of interest to you. Okay, well, I'll let you all get back to work or whatever you were doing. And thank you once again for your time today. Really appreciate it. And thanks again, Ilaria.
Thank you so much. Bye. Nice to see you.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.